Hi class, this is Dr. Overstreet, otherwise known as Dr. O, and I have completed scoring your milestone with the social concept map, and you've done some really good work. But I wanted to give you another example to show you what you're trying to do with each of these concepts. So I've drawn up a social map with a different issue, and this issue is nursing home neglect. So let's say I'm interested in this particular topic because it's been in the news, and we've seen some really poignant examples of this, and with the last floods in Houston and so on and so forth. So that's my topic. That's a social issue. And so let's start at the bottom here with the cultural beliefs and biases. What we're trying to do here is understand that a cultural belief is a widely held idea about how the world works. The culture tends to think this way. It isn't an action, it's not a fact, it's just an attitude that people have or a belief system that can create some biases with respect to this particular issue. So I'm going to suggest that one of the cultural beliefs that's pretty widely held. I mean, we have an idea in the U.S., at least in the last several decades, that people, as they get older, they become a burden on the family. So I'm using that as one. Another one is that we have a belief that people aren't as mentally sharp as they get older. So that's a belief. Both of these will have an effect on nursing home neglect. And if we think about it, for one way is that families may be more inclined to just think that absolutely their older adults are going to need nursing home care at some point. In actuality, out of about 37 million people over 65, maybe less than 2 million are in nursing homes at a given time. So that's a little bit of a misconception. But anyway, that is an attitude. The attitude that mental ability declines with age may come out in the nursing home in the staff. The staff may sort of dummy down their ideas or not really pay attention to people's intellectual capacities or cognitive abilities. They'll pay attention to what's wrong with the clients, the patients, but they may not pay attention to what's right about them and attend to their intellectual needs. All right, but those are cultural beliefs. And my rationale behind selecting these two. Now, two very obvious roles within the nursing home situation would be the residents of the nursing home and the administrators. So because I've selected these, my next step then is going to be to find some scholarly research, and that means it's not .com, someone's opinion, or someone trying to sell me nursing home care or anything like that. Instead, it's going to be some sound research on people who are in nursing facilities and some of the things that they experience as a result. For example, there's a practice that you see in quite a few nursing homes of, after a few days, putting residents in adult diapers, even if they don't need them. And that can be a pretty demoralizing kind of effect, and an example of some type of nursing home neglect that they might experience. All right, then I would also research administrators. What are the concerns of administrators? How might that contribute to nursing home neglect? The third concept that I'm using is social inequality. And social inequality includes age, gender, sexual orientation, race, ethnicity, religion, perhaps. So these are all categories in which people belong that can give rise to them being treated unequally. So those are basically the five. You should choose two, and social class is another. Choose two to try to do your research and find out, does it make a difference if you're male or female in terms of nursing home neglect? Or does it make a difference if you are of a working class or If you're upper middle class, does your social class have an effect on nursing home neglect? And then finally, one of the most challenging for everyone, I think, is to look at existing social conditions. For this, you have to get outside of the issue. You want to look at a broad layer of factors within our society today, here, that have set the stage for nursing home neglect. One of these is our tendency in the United States, and that's not unique to the United States, but it is not found everywhere. And that is, we tend to medicalize life events. We medicalize or handle under the healthcare setting death, birth, and aging, in addition to illness. So that tendency could give rise to nursing home neglect, because it may shape the way nursing homes exist today and what their focus is. Certainly, a lot of what nursing homes do is set policy and procedures in order to get Medicare benefits. So that's part of our medicalization and social policy with respect to care. So a overarching situation is a social condition. The other one is that we have a very negative image of aging within the media. And our media today, with social media, advertising, and all of those aspects, whether it's internet, radio, etc., tends to be very negative and to stereotype people as they get older in our society. So I think that's a big overarching situation we have today that we didn't have years ago, or that you might not find in another culture. These are two overarching conditions. And one of the things that I'm going to be asked to do at the final project is to say, is the neglect here so severe that it could possibly bring about a change in how we medicalize life events? I mean, maybe nursing home neglect becomes so much of an issue that we decide nursing homes aren't so great. Maybe people need to remain within the society, and maybe we demedicalize aging. Or maybe we start to figure out that people don't have the tendencies that they are stereotyped to have, and that may bring about some changes in how people are represented in the media. So that's what's going on with this map. And in the next section, what you'll be doing is you're going to be showing your research in that third milestone, and then polishing it up, editing, etc., in our final project. All right, hope this helps.